Good morning, good afternoon, depending on the time you're watching me. My name is Chris Gweth, and I'm glad that you are back to watch this episode. Remember, I've been talking about 15 nuggets that we're going to have to develop for us to be able to successfully see through our resolution for the year. And of course, so far you've done a number, and I remember in the last episode, and also given the questions that were there, I promised to do an episode on how to build or how to overcome people-pleasing attitude and behavior. And remember, people-pleasing attitude and behavior featured as one of our key things that we're going to have to manage. So today we'll be talking about some of the things that you can begin to do so that you're able to overcome that desire or that push for you to please people, and in the process, of course, you hurt yourself, and then you get yourself undone. So this is how you're going to go about it. Number one, I know people-pleasing attitude is not just something that happens. It's something that happens out of a lot of things that are happening on the background. And that's what takes us to the first topic, which is self-awareness, getting to know ourselves, getting to understand who we are, why we do things the way we do, why we even are trying to please other people. You know, a lot of times we realize that people who are so concerned with pleasing others, it's because of the underlying fear of being rejected or the extreme desire to be accepted in some group, in some squad, often because you feel you are not worth, so you want to do extra to be accepted in some group or in some friendship. And that's what actually pushes us to a point where now we are pleasing people to the point of ignoring ourselves, to the point of having our things not to get done, because we just want to please this person, we just want to be part of these people. We feel like we are worth when we are. So that's self-awareness, getting to understand why are you doing that? Why are you over-concerned about pleasing people? Living with others and caring for others is a normal and commendable thing for us to do as humans. But when it goes to the point where now it's extreme to the point of hurting yourself or hurting your own plans, then it's time to get to know what to do about it. So that's number one, getting to a point of self-awareness. Number two is that we have to learn to set healthy boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries is as simple as trying to understand and to be able to say no to some things, but also as complex as saying no. Because remember, if you are already in that point where you feel you are struggling with people-pleasing behavior and attitude, then saying no is not an easy thing for you. So how to do that? You first begin to practice with things that are smaller or little, and begin to understand that when you say no, it should remain no. A lot of reasons why people who feel bad out of trying to please others is because they never say no. They are always on tentative. Someone asks you for you to be present in their party, and you know so well that particular day you already have an engagement, but you still don't go ahead and say, oh, I'm sorry, this day I'm having an engagement. You still go ahead and say, okay, yeah, let me see what I'll do about it. Or let me try as much as possible to be there. Yet you know so much that you will not be there. So in the process, you end up feeling hurt and feeling like you don't know what to do because you've overcommitted. So begin by that. If you already have a commitment on a particular thing, just humbly say no. Or you can even give the reason why you're saying no, if that's helpful for you. Or if someone is already asking you for finances, but you have everything planned, just be free and feel strong enough to say, for this month I may not be able to because of this and this. You can begin by giving reasons at the beginning, but of course over time, you may not really have to explain to people why you're saying no, unless there is someone very close that you really have to explain to them that no, for these reasons I'm not able to be there. So number one, it's self-awareness. Get to know why you are already in that position. Number two, set healthy boundaries, and this by learning to say no and sticking to it, and of course being willing to say no when you need to, not saying something that looks or feels or sounds like a no, like I'll look into it. That to you might be a no, but to the person you've given them hope. And then number three, is to just prioritize your own interests or your own needs. All right. Learning to prioritize your own needs helps you to begin to value yourself, and that helps you to begin to learn on how to grow your self-esteem. Because part of the issues, like you said in the first point, is we may not be having a very healthy esteem when you feel that people are out to reject you, that you must do extra to be accepted or not to be rejected. So learning to prioritize your needs helps you to be in a mental state where now you are able to build and grow your own self-esteem. These three things will help you to learn, not to always be out there to please people at the expense of your own needs and interest, but of course to be in a healthy point where you can collaborate and work with people together. So those three things are going to help you as you engage in the journey of fulfilling your desires and your commitment for this year, and of course as you work towards overcoming that push to please people over and over again, and even above your own needs. So number one, we talked about self-awareness is very key. Get to know why. All right. Number two, we talked about being able to set healthy boundaries, not being an island, but just setting healthy boundaries by, of course, learning to say no, not something that feels or sounds like no. And then number three, prioritize your needs, and this will help you to build your self-esteem and become a better person at that. So those three things, guys, as you do them, let's also hear if there are more that you can do to, of course, overcome that push to always want to please people, and of course set you on a path for personal growth for this year. Thank you so much, and please remember to subscribe, share, and like so that many more people can be able to engage with us. See you next time. Bye.